uh, the children who have been giving up to class 5, they are not in a position to use their mother tongue. You know that as I am staying in Tripura, besides Bengali, there are some 19 tribal languages and 19 scheduled tribes. They have their own languages. So whatever I am saying that in our state, in Tripura, besides Bengali, there is one recognized tribal language which is used in primary education and elementary education, that is called Prof. But besides this, there are 19 tribal communities who have their own. I am very much delighted that I have been invited here to talk about the linguistic diversities in our country. And in the course of time, two experts, panelists have talked about this type of diversities. I'm from the Northeast India, and we have been facing different types of problems related with the imposition of one language on other languages. Diversity is there. Linguistic diversity is there as far as we have discussed that our constitution allows us to use our mother tongue and also use 22 scheduled languages. Side by side, we are also using more than 1600 languages in our country. So it is seen that there is no question of the non-existence of diversity in our country in case of language. But the question arises now, in fact, that imposition of one language in a particular area or in a particular region, that is the very important issue related in the present context, I think. If you think about the Bengali and what is happening in Bengal or what is happening in Assam, then you will find that this language which the people have been using many years, but now these have been suppressed by political power. And maybe it is happened earlier also, but nowadays the trend is very alarming. So I will request all other panelists to think about this danger that imposition of one particular language in a particular region. And though practically or principally it has been said that all the children will be allowed to speak in or use their mother tongue in the primary education. But the real fact is that the children who have been reading up to class 5, they are not in a position to use their mother tongue. You know that as I am staying in Tripura, besides Bengali, there are some 19 tribal languages and 19 scheduled tribes. They have their own languages. So whatever I am saying that in our state, in Tripura, besides Bengali, there is one recognized tribal language which is used in primary education and elementary education, that is called Bikram. But besides this, there are 19 tribal communities who have their own mother tongues, but they are not in a position to use their mother tongue or their own language in their primary education. So they are in deep danger, in fact. As a result, it is seen that as they have their own language that is not used in official languages or in other papers, even in education system. So their language they have been giving up to some extent. They have to depend on Bengali. They have to depend on Hindi. They have to depend on English. So it is quite obvious that in our country, in fact, in many areas, there are many languages which may be called minor languages, which are used by the so-called poor uh, tribal people. They are not in a position to use their own language in the educational system, even in the primary section. So it is philosophically and it is theoretically accepted that we will allow all the people to use their mother tongue in the primary section. But it is seen that in real area, it's not used. It is not in a position to use this. Another danger of what is happening, in fact, that in our state or in other states also, some of the schools have been enrolling under CBS. The students who are allowed to write their answer script in their own language, now they are not in a position to use their language in case of giving answer to their questions. They have to depend on English. So again, they are in danger. So whatever I am trying to say, that there may be advantage of different types of scientific inventions. Here is there in the present days. But I have heard and I have read and I have learned that out of 7,000 languages in the world, only AI can use 50 to 100 languages. English is the major language which is used by AI. Other major some languages are there. But what will happen in case of the languages which are not under the purview of AI? Suppose that minor languages which are used by the tribal people or the uh, people who have been residing in the very remote areas. So it is my concern that AI will help us, no doubt, in case of understanding the languages and other things. It will help us as a scientific equipment or invention. But I am to some extent doubtful because of the fact that, that computer was used in our country many, many years ago. Still, we a good number of people are not in a position to use computer. So I'm doubtful of whether that type of thing will happen in case of AI. That AI will be used only if elite group of people, elite, educated group of people, large number of people who are not in the purview of education or other things, how they will be able to enjoy the benefits of AI. So these are the concerns I'm interested to speak here. So later on, I will speak about other things. How we can understand language or use language in the primary section schools.